বঙ্গবন্ধু আন্তর্জাতিক সম্মেলন কেন্দ্রের ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ মেলা উদ্বোধন অনুষ্ঠানে বক্তব্য রাখছেন প্রধানমন্ত্রীর তথ্য ও প্রযুক্তি বিষয়ক উপদেষ্টা সজীব ওয়াজেদ জয়। সরাসরি চলে যাচ্ছে সেখানে।
Every time that I learn about the new things that are being developed in the technology sector in Bangladesh, I myself am amazed. 10 years ago, if you had told me that we would have IT companies in Bangladesh working on artificial intelligence, robotics, I would not have believed you. It would have seemed impossible. Today, no one considers that impossible. Today, it is a reality. 10 years ago, internet connectivity in Bangladesh was almost non-existent. We were far behind the rest of the world in terms of network deployment. Even though it was our Awami League government which in our first term in 1996, we opened up the mobile telephony sector and brought in the existing companies that you have providing service. We gave them all the advantages, free spectrum for almost 20 years, and they deployed a very large network with almost 100% coverage throughout Bangladesh. However, in terms of data connectivity, we were still far behind. Internet in Bangladesh 11 years ago was one of the most expensive in the world. And due to that, we had no technology sector to speak of. Our Awami League government, we made it a priority. Digital Bangladesh was one of our visions, one of our promises. And so we set about to solve the problems that the country was facing in growing in the digital sector. Connectivity was one of those critical issues. We, in partnership with the private sector, we rolled out fiber throughout the country to where now, out of 4,500 unions, we have optical fiber to over 3,000, almost 3,500 at present, and with the goal of having optical fiber connectivity to all unions in Bangladesh by the year 2021. 11 years ago, we barely had 2G connectivity in Bangladesh. It was mostly 1G. We were far behind the rest of the world. Our Awami League government came in. We took the initiative to work with the private sector using various incentives to roll out. We conducted a 3G spectrum auction, and then within 5 years, we progressed to 4G. While we were far behind in 3G deployment, we began 3G deployment while the rest of the world was deploying 4G. We caught up within 5 years and deployed 4G. With regards to 5G, which has been the hot topic and which has been one of the focus of our Digital Bangladesh Mela, Bangladesh intends to not be behind. We will roll out 5G along with the rest of the world. As you have heard, some of the progress here, again, could not have been imagined 10 years ago. 10, 11 years ago, all mobile phones in Bangladesh were imported. In fact, one of the problems that we solved, one of the challenges that the mobile operators had, and one of the reasons why they were not deploying 3G and 4G was because the demand was not there. The user base was not there. 3G phones were not available in Bangladesh. There was no fiber optic backbone. So our Awami League government, the way we proceeded was to look at each problem. We wanted that if we had to make something a reality, we had to find a solution to the problem, and by solving the problem, we could help the country progress. We couldn't just force the issue. So what was the problem of data usage? The problem was a lack of 3G user base. So one of the key things we started doing and we started looking at was producing mobile phones in Bangladesh so that we could provide them at a low cost, so that everybody in Bangladesh could afford to buy a mobile phone.